Okay, so while I was playing, I kind of realized something. I'm still in Warlords of Draenor, and I made a video a while ago about a way to make a bunch of gold crafting and selling a particular item to the vendors, and that particular item was Shadowfire necklaces. I was playing the game last night and realized that that only covers 3 of the basic panda gems, Roguestone, Garnet, and Alexandrite, which means you have a ton of other gems if you don't sell them back. Needless to say, there is another item you can craft along with Shadowfire necklaces to sell back to the vendor and make a decent amount of gold. Just yesterday, I made probably 15,000 gold buying up ore on the auction house and crafting this stuff and selling it back. That item that I'm talking about is an ornate band, so what I'm doing right now is just kind of breaking down stuff so I can show you real quick. So I'm on my Jewelcrafter. I'm currently working on getting her to 100. Go ahead, you can see we're in Trade Skill Master. Shadowfire necklaces can be crafted. Usually I just use the gems that come from breaking them down, prospecting. You can buy them individually on the auction house. Generally, my rule of thumb is I don't buy them unless it's a gold and 50 silver or less, because you do want to make some gold. If you're only making a few silver, it's not worth the effort. So I just do it with residual gems, because I'm always going after, the blues like River's Heart and whatnot. And it's still relevant, even though Draenor is out. People are still buying gems, because not everybody has the X-Pack. So anyway, I digress. Essentially what I do here is I craft Shadowfire necklaces, dirt cheap, and sell them back to the vendor. And you might be saying, oh, that's dumb because you can sell the gems. Yeah, you can, but when you take into account auction house cut plus the listing fees, because gems cost a ton to list on the auction house, it's not worth it. I'd rather just make the gold quick and be done with it. So Shadowfire necklaces, great way to use up your extra Roguestone, Alexandrite, and Pandarian Garnet to sell back to the vendor, and you can see you could sell back for almost 9 gold. So that's a decent amount. And the ornate band is what I craft in order to get rid of Sunstone, Tiger Opal, and Lapis Lazuli. You can see it's also almost 9 gold. And if you get a blue, like you can see up the Shadowfire necklaces, the blue is, it used to be only, it used to be like 11 gold that it would sell back for. So then you sell it back to the vendor, and you've made a little bit of gold. And like I said, you can, you have the option of buying the gems individually on the auction house, but I don't really recommend it, mainly because Ghost Iron Ore and Kyparite, whatever, is super dirt cheap right now. A lot of times what I'll do though is say I have 270, I'm only 6 off between the Sunstone and the Tiger Opal, so a lot of times I will binge spend if I'm missing just one stupid little gem, like I am right here. I will, basically buy what I can, because, it's just kind of goofy not to. But like you can see here on my server, on Lightbringer, to find the Ghost Iron Ore, I've been getting it for dirt cheap. I mean, all the way down to like 60 silver per. You can see I've kind of, unfortunately, wrecked my market a little bit by buying it all. But needless to say, make a very long story short, even though Warlords of Draenor is out, especially because it's out, you can still buy, Ghost Iron Ore and Kyparite pretty cheap, prospect it on your Jewelcrafter, even if you're just going after these stupid gems, and you have a bunch of sunstone and Pandarian garnet, you don't want to deal with, those cuts. Make ornate bands, make Shadowfire necklaces, and sell them back to the vendor, and you get a bunch of money. So, as always, if this was helpful and you liked it, you found something useful, subscribe, click like, leave a comment. I always love hearing from you guys. And best of luck making gold.